Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm thoroughly very excited to show you this vehicle that's behind me. In my little while of testing with it, I'm very impressed with exactly how it functions, how it looks, the interior, the powertrain. There's almost nothing about this car that I don't like, which is very rare with a lot of cars. This one really hits the mark for all of the standards that I test a family SUV for. And on top of that, you do get that ability to go off-road if you so choose. But the luxury that you're getting with this all-new Grand Cherokee L, because you do get 3 rows of seats in this vehicle, which makes it that much more versatile, which is absolutely awesome. I'm really looking forward to showing you guys this Grand Cherokee. It's something that I would put on one of my top-rated family SUVs in the mainstream segment. And this one is fully loaded at $51,000. How's that before the any type of market adjustment by Union City, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram? So let's take a tour of it, see how it is, see how it drives, and let me show you guys exactly what I'm so excited about. The exterior of this Grand Cherokee L, it's a very good-looking car. I mean, just look at it, guys. It's a very boxy, it's very mean, yet aggressive and luxurious at the same time. It's a great blend. I love it. You get to the new SUV Jeep face sculpted onto it. Of course, what you'll see on the Grand Wagoneer as well. If you guys remember, I showed you guys a concept, or basically almost production-ready version of this vehicle at the Atlanta International Auto Show, and now we have it in the flesh right here to test. Coming here, you do have, of course, LED headlights. That's expected at this price. Same thing down here. You have the LED running lights, fog lights, all that stuff down there. You have some fake venting, which is okay. I mean, I would have liked to see some real venting. Here you do have the adaptive cruise control radar venting. Some of it is blocked off, but I like how it is adaptive. Basically, there's flaps that open and close in there. But overall, it's really great. I really like of course, you get the 7 slotted grille with the Jeep emblem right here. This white paint is absolutely amazing. I like how you get some contrast as well with these black mirrors. They didn't have to do that, but it just, that little touch. That's something that I've noticed with this new Grand Cherokee. They have a lot of, subtle touches that really just make this car stand out a little bit better. These are a great set of alloy wheels here. They are 20s, wrapped in 265 rubber, believe it or not. That's really wide for something in the mainstream segment, and I'm very impressed that Jeep did that, to be honest. You get a 50 series sidewall, which is plenty enough rubber with all the low profile tires we see today. Great tire. The suspension, of course, we'll test out when we go for the drive. But coming over here, you do have the Grand Cherokee branding, of course. I like how they added that subtle American flag. Just some nice touches, again, that just add to the overall feel and specialness of this car. But again, you can really see the profile of the new Grand Cherokee. I really love it. Coming back here, you have, again, the new shape of Jeep SUVs. It looks really cool, really modern, actually. It's cool. You get the Jeep badging, you get the nice window. I like how this chrome trim right here wraps around. It's really interesting, very different. You have the subtle L badging right here. Of course, letting you know this is the L. We should be getting a Grand Cherokee, regular one. I'm not too sure about that. You do have the new taillights, really subtle, really slim, really trim. You get the Union City, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram plate. You do have under this hidden, you do have the tow hook, and you do have parking set, well-integrated parking sensors and the limited badging over here. But that about wraps it up for the exterior of this Jeep Grand Cherokee L. So, with any car, you want to know exactly what's powering it. So let's get into the engine and see what exactly Jeep has done for the all-new Grand Cherokee, and see is it an improvement versus the older one. How does it stack up with the competition? Because not only does this compete with off-road SUVs, I would go as far to say this competes with the Land Rover Discovery. The interior in this thing absolutely blows away the Land Rover Discovery that I reviewed. The channel, the video's on the link in the channel. But back to what I was saying. This interior that you're about to see in this vehicle, just mark my word, this is very impressive to see from not only Chrysler, but a mainstream automotive brand in general. The Honda Pilot, Toyota Highlander, whatever, nothing stacks up to what you're about to see in this vehicle. And for $51,000 in this limited trim level, that's It's great value. So, but let's go back to what I was saying. Let's check out the engine, and then we'll get into the interior and see. Let me show you guys exactly what I was talking about when it says it blows the doors off a Land Rover Discovery. So under the hood of this Jeep Grand Cherokee, you do have the 3.6 liter V6 that's shared with the Jeep Wrangler. It's paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. Now this exact setup here delivers right about 18 miles per gallon city and 25 miles per gallon highway with 21 miles per gallon combined. Now, we'll go over exactly how the power is, but this is a perfect powertrain for this vehicle. It's buttery smooth, it's great, it's enough thrust to, you know, really get you on those off-road trails that you're gonna go on with this vehicle if you want. I don't know how many limiteds are gonna go, but you know, it's always special to know that this thing has the power and the off-road guts to go and do all those off-road things. But without further ado, check out that glorious interior. So now the specialness of this car really starts before you even get in the car. I mean, look at this key fob. This is a absolutely beautiful key fob. You get your remote start, your power tailgate, you get the unlock and lock, but of course this is a proximity key system, so you don't even have to use it to begin with. But it's a very nice key fob to look at, honestly. But again, you do have the proximity key, so you can lock it. There you go, there's the horn. Unlocks as soon as you put your hand behind the door handle. Here we go. All right, so coming over here, you can see this beautiful wood finishing right here. It's faux, but still looks good. You have memory seats. This door handle, the weight on it is so absolutely nice. The window switches, I wish they would have differentiated it from the other FCA products, but it's fine. This click is so nice. There's absolutely no creaking when you move it around. No creaking. Perfect. If you hear that, I mean, it's quality right there. Even with the window switches, no creaking. It's all perfect. All this, you know, all the gear in here works perfectly. The leather here is absolutely so soft, so supple. It's amazing. You do have this Alpine sound system, which I can't really show you guys through a video how it sounds, but you know, trust me when I say that it is one of the better ones in this market, in the mainstream SUV market. There's some hard touch plastic down here, but it does have like a nice soft lining on it, so it doesn't feel as cheap as you may think. Coming in here, now this is something special. I mean, just look at this dashboard. This is so nice. Shutting the door here, very solid, extremely solid. I mean, this is a new platform, but still. If you look at the start stop button, again, so well finished with this wood. And you can see the indentations around it. It looks very, very nice. Put on the brake, starting it up. You can hear that 3.6 liter V6 come to life. Now you do have the speedo here. You can see the revs climbing right there. It's so cool, so adjustable. I mean, you push this button right here, you can adjust so many different things on this vehicle. Let's turn on the fan a little bit. All right, let's turn it on. Cool. So you can, like, as you just said, I pushed the button right there. I mean, just look at this. There's so much adjustability. You get your speed up there. You know, let's go to trip. I mean, you can get all your trip information with that. The stocks are very nice. They're refreshed. They're so absolutely awesome. I love them. Up here you do have soft touch plastic all the way. It feels really nice. You have this faux stitching all the way through, but it looks very nice. Coming to the steering wheel here, again, blows me away how nice the steering wheel is for this price point. The leather's so soft. It looks nice, slim, trim, modern. You have some of that wood brought into the steering wheel. Almost, it feels like a luxury interior in here. You have the nice chrome that goes around. Looks very elegant. Coming to the center console here, you do have the auto start stop and your row of switches up top. Here you do have Uconnect 5. And actually, this is the first time I've seen Uconnect 5 differentiated from every other Chrysler product. This looks different than what I showed you in the Dodge Durango review. It's the same system, but it looks so much better. The map display here is refreshed, of course. It's very nice. You can touch around. It's very quick, very elegant. It's a big screen as well, as you guys can tell. It's a really nice screen. You do have heated seats, heated steering wheel, everything like that. Here are all your controls. I like how they kept a manual. The only thing gripe I have is that this is black plastic, so all you have to do to remove this is touch it here. I was a little bit confused with that, but you have a lot of audio options here. You have your the 4 USB ports total, an aux port, 12 volt storage down here. Everything's very nice, very awesome. Now you may think, you know, Grand Cherokee is not as good as a Range Rover. Well, look, You have all your drive modes here. You have snow, auto, sport. Yeah, I prefer keeping it in the auto mode. The shifter here is so nice. It kind of reminds me of what you, let's peel it off. You can see like the shiniest. It's like almost like a crystal looking shifter. But you can put it in drive. Coming into reverse here, there's your backup camera. Huge. I mean, just look how big that backup camera is. You can see a lot of stuff, but very easy to maneuver. Don't mind the scratches here. That's just because of the plastic that's on here. There's your 2 cup holders, nice and big. You do have a big storage bin down there, and it is 2 levels, so you can put your wallet or something up there. The seats are supremely comfortable. Very, very, very comfortable seats. Well done, Jeep. These seats hold me in so well. They're so soft, so supple. I could go on a road trip for hours in this, hands down. But you do have all the wood trim up here. You do have a panoramic moonroof right there. Let's go ahead and open that up so you guys can take a look at that. You know, all up there. Really, really nice. It goes all the way back. Let's see if it'll do that. There we go. So you can really see it. Of course, you do have 3 rows of seats. As I said, this is the L model, so you do get that 3rd row of seats with that. Let's go ahead and put this in park, and let me show you guys the back 2 rows of this Jeep Grand Cherokee. In the back of the Jeep Grand Cherokee, I'm in the 2nd row right now, and the amenities, the interior just still blows me away. It matches exactly kind of what you see in some $70,000, $80,000 cars, even up to $90,000, $100,000 cars. It's very, very impressive back here. The headroom is the knee room, foot room, everything's right. You do have your own AC controls back here. You can put it in low. You have heated seats back here. You have 2 vents here. You have a vent here. You have that nice wood. You have your lock, unlock, which is, you don't see that in too many. I wish there were some sunshades here, but I'm not gonna gripe at all in here. You do have your cup holders in here. You do have the captain's seats in the back. Again, just as comfortable as the front. I really like that. You do have a lot of connectivity back here for phone charging and everything like that. So hopping in back into the car here, again, the seats are so comfortable. Very, very nice. The leather's nice and soft. Flipping it over, you can see exactly how much room you have back in the 3rd row of the Jeep Grand Cherokee L. I love the connectivity. You have both those ports on both sides and cup holders. Again, the seats are made of that same great leather. It's absolutely amazing. The headroom is great. I love this dome light. Actually, what this is the fam cam, is what the Grand Cherokee calls it. So let me show you guys exactly what the fam cam is. It's a little interesting of a name. I wish they would have called it something else. But it's kind of similar to what Honda's cabin watch system. So let me hop in here. Let me show you guys exactly what this fam cam is, as soon as I can find out where it is. Apps right here. Alright, let me show you this fam cam. So you can see you have a view and you can zoom in and all that stuff. But of the back 2 rows, basically, just keep an eye on if you have kids back there or anything like that. Now, that is actually a very handy feature. I'm glad that the Jeep included that for the Grand Cherokee L. It's a great feature. But without further ado, let's take it on a drive. All right, so let's get started in the Grand Cherokee. Of course, what you saw there was the auto start-stop technology. But, you know, looking here, the acceleration is really, really strong in this Jeep Grand Cherokee L model. You know, just going around here, let me turn off that auto start-stop. It's not a bad system. I'm just not a huge fan of auto start systems in general. But you know, let's go through here. I really like the steering wheel. The leather on it is so supple, so comfortable. You know, sight lines are really good with the Grand Cherokee. I really do like the sight lines of this car. Now, we'll see the power. You know, in my testing, I'd say the power is very, very good. There's nothing wrong with the power of this car whatsoever. It comes out very smooth. It's very, very luxury car-like is what I would say. You know, just turning modulation here right around the side road here. It's very good. You know, the little very, very, very good is what I have to say about this. It's very good. Now here we do our obligatory turning radius check right here. So backup camera. I love how big this backup camera is. It's a great backup camera. But you know, turning radius with the Jeep Grand Cherokee is so good. I love this gauge display here. I absolutely really love it. It's so crystal clear. The blacks on the screen are very deep. It's almost exactly what you get on your iPhone, which is very surprising, actually. You can hear the engine does have a very throaty noise to it. It's very similar to what I showed you guys in that Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. The transmission is the only thing that I do have a little bit of an issue with, but it's not bad at all. Nobody's going to drive this out of a race car anyway. The transmission is a little slow to downshift if that's something that you really, really care about, but I assume most people don't. But overall, driving this thing, it's very impressive, very comfortable for the price. I mean, I would, if this had a different badge, I think $80,000-$90,000 for this car would not feel out of place whatsoever, which is very high marks for what Jeep has created for us here. But that wraps up my video of this Jeep Grand Cherokee L. A huge thank you to Jim Schoolfield here. All his information will be in the description below. Thank you for providing this car for us. I really enjoyed my time with it, reviewing it. It's a very special car. It's very, very impressive what Jeep has come up with. It really does set the bar very, very high for the Honda Pilot and the Toyota Highlander, which just came out. So the Toyota Highlander has fallen pretty behind. But you do get that reliability with it. If you're considering a car in the mid-30s to the $50,000 range, I mean, I think this is the car you should go with, hands down. If you plan on keeping it for 3 years, lease it, perfect. This is perfect. But again, thank you to Jim Schoolfield for providing this vehicle for us. It's been great. I'll catch you guys in that next video.